straight into questions for Daryl.
Daryl, now that you've worked with Coach Jackson now for the second camp, just, what have you noticed about him? What's made the biggest impression on you about him?
I would say the way he coaches, he brings the confidence out you, makes sure that you're playing fun, doing whatever you got to do to make plays. I feel like he's going to be a really good coach for the guys that's younger than me.
And last year, you guys had a real veteran secondary with, Camden James and Jaden and TC and all those guys. Now it's a mix of guys, a lot of them haven't played much and they're younger. How does it feel and what do you have to do as kind of a veteran leader in the secondary?
I feel like I have to turn into a coach sometimes, telling them what everything that I know from experience on and off the field. I feel like I have to do more outside of football.
What's your biggest piece of advice to some of those younger guys who are coming in now?
Just play with confidence, be relaxed, don't worry about you making mistakes. You're still young, you have a long way to go, and I feel like they're going to be fine.
Damari Brown specifically, how's he been doing?
He's really going to be really good. If not a first rounder. I feel like he has all the tools, attributes to be all-world corner, All-American. So I feel like he's going to be fine.
You've known him since he was a little one, but way back in high school days. Just how much growth have you seen from him from your guys' days back at Heritage together?
I remember when he was about 5'11", about 160 pounds, bro. He was a young one, but he's doing well now. I feel like I'm taking him under my wing, and I feel like he's gonna have a breakout season this year.
For you, how are you a different player than you were last year?
I feel like I'm learning more little things that I didn't really see last year. Last year, I feel like I was just out there playing, focused on who we had each week. But I feel like I'm learning the game even more.
For you specifically, obviously you had a really good season last year. And maybe didn't get some of the recognition that you deserve. Does that sort of put a chip on your shoulder now for the season?
Man, I wake up with a chip on my shoulder every morning, man. I feel like I should be an All-American. I feel like I should be on these draft boards high, but things happen. But I feel like things will change after this year.
On the flip side of the field, how do you see the offense improving, and who are some of the receivers that you like taking reps against in practice?
I like taking reps against Isaiah Horn. He came a long way from last year. He looks like a new dude. Sam Brown, I know I've been going against him since West Virginia. That was my first roommate, so I already knew how he's going to come in. And then going to play at nickel with Xavier Restrepo. It's new to me, but I feel like he's getting me better each and every day.
In Sam coming here? I mean, did you guys stay in touch since that first year?
Yeah, we've been talking since back for the past 2-3 years, but I didn't even know he was going to come down here. It's crazy.
What was your reaction when you found out he was coming?
I was excited, man. We actually live in the same apartment complex now, so get to see him whenever I want to. We just hang out, chill,
And you touched on it with a lot between the younger guys and transfers coming in and in the secondary. Just how you feel the chemistry is starting to come along with you guys about 3.5 weeks away from things starting up?
Chemistry, everything's going well. I feel like we're getting tighter. From Robert Stafford to OJ, those guys are playing really, really well. Getting them some reps with the ones to get them prepared even more. And I feel like they're going to be really good too.
Do a couple more for Daryl.
And Daryl, I mean, like you mentioned, you originally roomed with Sam at West Virginia.
Yeah.
He goes to Houston. He's here by way of Houston. Devontae Brown, went to UCF, came here. He goes to FSU.
Yeah.
It's like reuniting and, seeing guys again, guys you knew from high school. It's the state of college football these days. So what's that like as someone who's been through the transfer process and seeing guys you've known come and go and all this stuff? Just what's that like? How do you guys handle that?
It's pretty cool. It's like free agency, honestly. Like, you never know who's going to be on your team years from now. And I feel like once this is all said and done, I go to the NFL, it could happen again when I get there.
How much do you balance? Obviously, it's cool. If your friends come and rejoin the team.
Yeah.
I mean, how difficult does it make it to just, to stay meshed and stuff with your teammates?
I don't think it's difficult at all. I feel like now that they come down here, we can go out, hang out like we used to before, like in West Virginia.
You mentioned that you feel like you should get more attention, whatever it might be. Interceptions for you, is that a focal point? Obviously, it's a big stat. Has that been something you've been focusing on?
Of course, I really want interceptions, like everyone does, but I feel like last year I didn't get as many chances. Hopefully I get some more chances this year to make plays on the ball.
Awesome. Thanks, Daryl.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
What did you learn the most last season that you're hoping to improve on this season?
Just always stay ready. Seize the moment. Opportunity was there for me last year. It's here for me now. So I'm just going to take advantage and just keep moving forward, get better day by day.
Look like you've added some size even since spring. Did you add some weight? About what are you now?
A few body percent drop. About 197 in that 200 range. Goes up and down.
How have you felt about the first few practices so far here?
They've been smooth. Defense is coming together. Offense is looking pretty nice. We're all competing and stuff. I feel like we'll have a good season this year.
You got reps against X and at nickel. How's everything going in terms of playing that position? And if you can stop X, you can pretty much stop anybody, I guess. So is it back and forth? How do you feel you're doing in that battle area?
He's good work. The best of the best. When I go against him, I make sure my P's and Q's are on. Everything is one-on-one game time reps with him. So the more I go against him, the more he'll sharpen me up.
What has Daryl Porter sort of meant to the secondary as maybe a leader and somebody who's had a lot of veteran experience?
Daryl, that's my guy. He has a lot of knowledge to him. He's been doing this for a few years, so hopefully this being his last year, he can go lead, go out with a bang and lead the secondary.
You guys go back to your high school days. Just how much has your guys' relationship grown since your time at Heritage? So now being back up together.
Yeah, with this second year being on the field, it's grown. Even though he's older than me, I act like the little brother. I try not to act like the big brother, but he's cool to be around on and off the field. And I keep taking knowledge from him.
What have you seen from like the freshmen who've come in? Guys like Ryan, OJ. What have you seen from them? Through the first few days of practice.
Those guys are talented. OJ kind of reminds me of myself from last year. Came in, competed early out the gate. Doesn't shy away from anything. Same with Ryan. Just got to stay healthy. But when those guys are good, they're out there, they're competing.
And just what advice do you have for them? Like, obviously you went through the same thing, being a freshman, needed campus and everything about a year ago.
Just learn from your mistakes. Try not to make the same ones over and over. Just get better each and every day, and don't shy away from competition.
And I guess what's your mentality going into the year? Because last year, it was very veteran secondary. This year, you're a lot more being asked from you. Just what's your mindset like coming into the year?
It's kind of take over. A lot expected from me this year, so not a baby anymore. Got to take on this year 2 campaign role. Being the starting corner or defensive back. Just got to perform at a high level and set the bar.
Sorry for, I guess, kind of dominating the interview now, but with Devontae transferring to FSU, obviously, I'm sure it was nice having him here for your freshman year and everything, but what's it like, now that you guys are stayed apart?
Obviously, I miss him. It was cool having a brother on the team, sometimes on the other side of me, but things happen for the better. He's in a better place for himself now. I just wish all the best for him.
How much trash talk do you expect the week of the FSU game?
I'm not going to get in his head too much, but definitely that Saturday night, it's going to be some noise.
Anything else for Damari? Awesome. Thanks, Damari.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.